Hello, I'm Maya Abisaria, the event manager and creator of COVID Now with Will Doan. My experience of COVID was a couple of years of peace and quiet, not having to work, not having to plan anything. I did miss my mum really badly and ended up moving house. But it doesn't mean I don't miss my friends, and I miss the fresh air of the place I used to live in. But I'm here now, and it's COVID now, and this is our world. Let's just make the best of it and celebrate.
Hello, my name is Michael Hallam. So some thoughts about the COVID experience, or the COVID blip as I like to call it, for all you Marvel fans out there who get that reference. My COVID experience was actually a lot better than most people's. I was lucky enough to be stranded in a place with quite a lot of space and easy access to green things. And in point of fact, my partner was probably only kept her job because she had a mental health issue as a result of a stroke, and she probably wouldn't have been able to go back to work. But because everybody was home working, she could keep her job and keep it together. So in some ways, I was beneficiary of the situation, which kind of makes me feel a bit bad. But then, every cloud has a silver lining, and by extension, a lot of people had a chance to think about the meaningless, pointless activities they were doing, which is so-called work, and reevaluated their lives. As one person said to me, COVID is nature's way of sending us all back to our rooms to have a jolly good think about our behaviour.
COVID is nasty and we should kill it by using your vaccine. COVID is really annoying when you get it on one of your holidays. I just on holidays. I just at Christmas. And it's weird. I not like COVID because I'm a little bit scared. I can't go to preschool. For me, there were negatives and positives of homeschooling. And the positives were it was really fun and they always found fun ideas for us to do. By that I mean the teachers. And the negatives were it felt like I was in a private school. It was just me, and it felt a bit sad to be the only child learning there.
So it all basically started when I started hearing about COVID towards the end of kind of 2019 going into 2020. All basically when I first heard my friends just talking about this, rumours about people eating bats, and then I realised when it really hit the news in the start of midway January 2020. When it come to the middle, summer of 2020, when we went into the first lockdown, I found a real hard struggle because I was in my last year of primary school and I didn't get the full experience of what primary school was like, the end of what people usually have, like a party or something like that, or the usual fun things that you to do, or the transitions between primary and high school. I didn't get any of that whatsoever, and it was a weird experience and quite surreal that if generations look back on this event and they think, oh, everyone else had this, but it will not only the children of this current generation will only experience like this because they were in 2020 and they experienced it there, then, and past. This current year, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson took away all regulations, which some of them I feel still should be in place because people are still getting COVID. And he decided to make that no one should have COVID tests anymore, that you'd have to pay for them just because the manufacturers would not be getting money. That meaning people thinking, oh, going around not wearing masks and still not social distancing, even though they're thinking, oh, I don't have COVID, for all they know is because they're not testing anymore, they could have COVID and they're wandering around and they don't even know it. COVID has really affected me, one, developing in my learning at school, and also it took a big impact on my mental health because I have high anxiety, and it just made everything a bit worse. And a lot of my friends got it, and it was a bit weird being also in the school environment when we went back to school in March 2021. When we went back after being online, it was weird when people were catching it and stuff, even though you're still wearing masks. And even though now, still some people are still coming into schools because there's no regulations. They found a new variant called Omicron in the past few months, and also they created the vaccine. There is 3 types of vaccine. AstraZeneca, Pfizer, which the one I had, and Moderna. I think they should be vaccinated so we don't have to go through the whole process of the world going into lockdown and all these other procedures coming back into place again.
We couldn't go to the playground because of COVID.
During COVID, we didn't go at all. Wind, rain, shine, no shopping trip, no family meeting. It was hard, but still quality family time.
COVID for me was like being locked in my room for 10 days with quite a lot of box sets that I was watching. I ate quite a lot of food, but that was because my parents kept a constant supply. I felt trapped inside. I felt as if there was a burning sensation in my throat and I didn't know how to get it out. It was basically like being drunk but having a hangover that lasted 7 days. I didn't know what to do with myself. It was quite isolating. Normally I'm quite a sort of person who likes to go out into the community and do my music. But I couldn't do that, unfortunately. It just felt really putting down, and I didn't know what to do with those 7 days. After COVID, I had been diagnosed with long COVID, which unfortunately on Christmas Day led to me having an asthma attack and being sent to the Royal Infirmary. And it was quite a shocking experience for me because I've never had asthma previously. And then suddenly, out of the blue, I caught long COVID. And consequently, I now have asthma because of long COVID. Prior to COVID, I was quite active. I did like to do a lot of things, but that did stop quite a lot of things. Also, after COVID, I couldn't smell a thing for about 6 months, so that was quite limited for the things about to do, using only 2 senses, not 3. Unfortunately, COVID for me has led to me being diagnosed with an eating disorder because I'm very conscious about what I eat now and how healthy it is, because science and statistics has said that obesity has played consequences to getting coronavirus, and I really think it's important that I'm very careful of what I eat, and it has unfortunately led to me being diagnosed with this eating disorder.
COVID is rubbish. None of us liked it.